All right, so in this case, my understanding that he was going to appear in county court, take care of that?
He did, Your Honor. We appeared yesterday and the DWI is taken care of.
All right, so with that being said, are you all ready to proceed?
Yes.
All right, court is calling 2021 CR 6023, State of Texas versus Israel Mankata. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
George Schaefer for probation or defendant.
All right, and are you Mr. Mankata?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Israel Mankata who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 6023 for the offense of evading arrest detention with a vehicle on January 10th, 2022 for a period of 2 years and extended for a period of 1 year? Is that you?
Yeah.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that is true on number one.
I think that's correct, Your Honor. He's pled true to
He
that,
did.
and all we're doing is disposition.
All right, you're right. He pled true July 25th, 2024 to violation of condition number 1. And since then, we've been waiting for the case to be resolved in county court. All right, so what was the resolution to county court?
Judge, I can speak to that.
Yes.
We were in the county court number 2 yesterday. The defendant entered a plea. He was sentenced to a term and the judgment is satisfied.
All right. And just one moment. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No.
All right. So I'm assuming both parties are asking that he be continued?
Your Honor, the state is asking that the defendant be continued, that he go to SATIF. And what we have done is this defendant has been attending some AA meetings, correct?
Yes, I have 4 signatures.
I'm sorry, how many signatures?
4?
So you've attended 4 meetings
Yes.
since July,
Yes.
right? So what I can tell both parties, and I appreciate the fact that you realize that you have an issue, but from reviewing the court summary, you tested positive for cocaine before. And this wasn't your first DWI according to the court summary.
Judge, I believe it's the only one that he's been carried
Okay.
forward to
Okay.
conviction.
All right, well, I'll disregard that last DWI then and just focus on the DWI that you pled true to. So I have that and I have you testing positive for cocaine. This is what I'm going to do. You're going to go into custody today. I'm going to refer you to felony drug court. Counsel, if you will reach out to felony drug court.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but my wife works overnight and I'm the only one that can watch my son.
All right, does she have a grandmother?
No, she does not.
Oh, is your mom here?
No, she's not. She has a MOGAD. It's a autoimmune disease,
Okay.
and she could only barely see out of one eye. So
All right, so here's the issue. You shouldn't be caring for a child when you have this cocaine issue going on in the DWI. Now, this is what I'm telling you, and I want you to internalize what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you help so that you can be successful on this probation, because this is an evading arrest detention with a vehicle. You're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. And while you're on probation in this court, you picked up a DWI. And I realized DWI, the drug use, that's related to addictions. So I'm trying to help you solve that, because otherwise you could potentially go to prison for 10 years. And then when you get out, who knows when you get out, but when you get out, your child won't remember you. So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate main conditions. I'm going to do a referral to felony drug court, and counsel, if you reach out to felony drug court, they'll probably be able to see him. Maybe they'll be able to still see him this week, probably not, but definitely next week. And if you reach out to them and tell them he's very interested in the program and would like to be in the program, I know they have a graduation upcoming, so they'll probably have placement for him. All right, so we're going to do a referral to felony drug court. That's first. If he's not accepted into felony drug court, then we're going to do SATA. And I'm going to also add 120 sober meetings in 120 days. and he's to remain in custody until transfer to felony drug court or SATIC. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need for me to be successful?
Is there a way I could like get like a reset until I have a bed?
So you have what?
So I get a bed?
I'm sorry, what did he say?
A bed, Your Honor. He's looking to see if he could report once there's a bed available.
No.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I know this is what you were anticipating, but you have to look at the big picture. And the big picture is your attorney did great work for you because you could be going to prison, right? And you're not. What you're doing is you're going to get treatment so that you can be a better parent to your child. And I'm sorry if there's no one other than your wife to watch your child. I hope she doesn't lose her job, but
That had a household as well.
Hmm?
So all these bills are gonna pile up.
But if your attorney is able to get in touch with felony drug court, if you have no objections, I'll send them an email as well to see maybe if they can put him on the list to talk to him today.
I would appreciate the court doing that.
All right, let me send an email to see. All right, if he'll just have a seat in the box and if you'll remain, I'll see if they can send somebody over.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Just like.
361, State of Texas versus John Mark Horton.
Scott Sullivan, Mr. Horton, present, right?
For the state. And are you Mr. Horton?
Hello.
Yes, are you Mr. Horton?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, less than 1 gram, as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yeah.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the
Yeah.
court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, he's ready to do the community service. As the court knows, this court committed him to lifetime fitness. I think the recovery.
Oh, lifetime recovery.
Lifetime recovery.
All right, lifetime fitness, I'm not doing that for anyone unless they specifically ask for it.
No, you came back in great shape. I don't-
Yeah, you did.
Yes, lifetime, okay. I'll just get past that part. We're aware there's some conditions there with respect to, he's got a hernia right now, and I guess they can take care of him on the community service side. Now, this case has had so many different cases. I want to make sure I know where an order is and that I do address it. His son is here today. He is, to this point, I told him to take the position to stay away from the son because at one time there were some protective orders and they might still be true today, and I think they probably are. His son is here and his son wants him at home. He's available to talk to Corey if he'd like to. And this man is sober and cleaned up and he's ready to go home and be able to be with his son. If you'd like to talk to him, he's available.
All right. How long have you, well, let me have you, well, you've already been sworn in. How long have you been sober?
Going on 6 months on the 22nd.
All right. And what were your issues with your son that involved a protective order?
I drink a lot of beer.
Okay.
No, it's one for you.
No, I'm glad you're being honest.
Yeah,
So you've been at Lifetime Recovery. Are you still at Lifetime Recovery?
no, I go to Club 12 now.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a member there.
Oh, that is awesome.
He's
So,
got the, and I think it's 120 days he has to go every day.
all right, where are you currently living though? No, I mean, is it a
My
sober
house,
at your home?
yes.
And if I could, I'd just put in, while he's been there, his husband, his son has been staying with someone else.
Okay.
Because he went into that house when he came out of Lifetime about a week ago. And he went there and his son went out.
All right. And what's your son's name?
Jacob Horton.
So I'm assuming there's a protective order in place because you say because it was drinking. Now, there are a lot of people who drink, sometimes to intoxication at their home, but it doesn't result in a protective order. So.
That's what I was thinking. It may have been a condition of bond, or it may have been something that got linked up from the days of the protective order on the misdemeanor, whatever the misdemeanor was.
All right, family violence or criminal
was-
trial division. Does anybody know about a protective order he has where his son is Jacob Horton?
I think it may have been a condition of.
I don't know.
There was a misdemeanor for violating the protective. I think that's what it came from.
Well, what I can tell you, if the misdemeanor court, if there's a protective order there, you probably need to take it up with the misdemeanor court judge.
And I don't think they have one.
No,
I'll check into it for him.
I've already cleared up all my cases. This is the only case I have.
And if that is the case, I'll verify this afternoon then.
Well, it's just that sometimes when there's a protective order, it doesn't matter if your criminal case has been cleared up because
Right.
protective orders are civil.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
So,
sure if there was one.
I don't know if there's one pending or not, but what I can tell you is I'm not going to allow your son to stay with you if there's a protective order out there. That's a hearing for another day.
And I will hustle up and find it.
Okay.
Okay, please remember, sometimes on that civil stuff, they don't
Well,
invite us.
can I go ahead and just do my 6 months in jail? I'd rather go ahead and just go to jail and get it over with.
Mhm.
I'd rather do that, ma'am.
Well, let me
Because
just
my
ex-
son and me,
Let
he
me
doesn't-
explain something to you.
He doesn't have
even-
any place to go.
Here's the thing.
He's
let-
got his brother, but his brother doesn't like him.
Don't interrupt the judge.
All right, so this is what you need to listen. And I want you to internalize what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you were to get 6 months in this case and go and do your 6 months time, you know what would still happen? If there's a civil protective order out there, when you got out of jail, that protective order would still be there and you all still would not be able to live together. That protective order doesn't have anything to do with the 187th District Court. It's a civil matter. A civil court probably enacted that. This case is a possession less than a gram case.
Okay.
I didn't put a protective order on, for you against your son or whatever, because this is a drug case. And there's nothing that would have come to me through a police report that suggests that that you even have children. This police report doesn't mention anything about you having children. All it mentions is that you were day drinking. So,
And by the way, Your Honor, you've said this several times, with so many other cases running around, I've never been able to determine that myself. But I can go to the civil side of the court once, and I think I should, and find out how I can advise my client on that. But with respect to this court, as I understand it, there will be no order of
well, what I can tell you is
if it happens.
if there is a civil protective order, and if he violates that, guess what? I'm going to get a motion to revoke, and it's going to say that he broke the law.
No, I got time served on that charge, so that protective order went away as soon as I got time served.
Okay, here's the thing. Those are two separate matters.
I know it was a misdemeanor court 11, and the judge, he gave me credit for time served.
All right, but let me just tell you, protective orders are civil. They're not necessarily criminal. They only become criminal when people are violating them. Then you can get a criminal case for violation of a bond or protective order, but they are civil in nature.
But whenever I got the assault family bond with my son, they put a protective order.
So that has absolutely nothing to do with
And they
this.
signed an affidavit of non-prosecution. I never actually assaulted him, but I was drunk and I was a fool.
Your Honor, if I could, I think what I need to do is, I think you can go through with this. And we've requested not to have that condition here, but we have to honor the conditions of a family court. I will do that for him and advise him specifically if there is or is not one.
Okay.
Daniel, like you said, Texas, honestly, I've not seen anything on the protective order. I've seen the violation of bond. I feel protective order case that's currently open. Not seen the protective order. I'm kind of asking some protective orders can verify that.
Yeah. And that violation bond protective order, that's a misdemeanor court.
Yes, sir.
So that needs to be handled with the misdemeanor court.
So I just don't know if there's an actual protective order that's verified.
And I think that, if they did, I think they closed.
All right. So are you employed, sir? Are you employed?
No, retired,
All right, retired from what?
63 years old. I'm retired. I worked.
No,
at-
I mean, what did you do in
I
your past
worked at
life?
a restaurant, for 14 years, but, I can't work with a hernia right now.
Okay,
I
All
got it, I got it in the county jail.
all right. The court then will find you guilty. Court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. Restitution to SAPD for drug testing. $150 of community service restitution. And if he brings me proof of the herniated disc that he can't do community service hours, I'll figure out something else.
Okay. Oh,
There's going to be daily sober support meetings. Everything else you need from the court to be successful?
do you need anything else from her to be successful?
No, I really appreciate you having the opportunity to send me over there because the program is an excellent place to get recovery.
Oh, I'm so glad. I think it's a
It
great,
changed my life and my outlook on everything. So I've internally accepted that I can't drink, so that's a big plus for me.
all right, awesome. And if you ever feel like drinking, that's why you pick up the phone and you call somebody, okay? Even if it's to call probation and let them know. All right, good luck to you. Probation is going to go over conditions with you. And once she's gone over conditions with you, you're free to leave.
Okay,
Thank you.
Really?